Hi, guys, and welcome to My Ex Appeal, your everything divorce podcast. My name is Joey Camaro, and I'm here with,
Mandy Baker.
and we are the friends that you didn't know you needed. If you're listening again, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome to the party. What, Mandy?
Bitch.
Oh, she said it. I can't even believe it.
I'm sure it won't be the last time.
Joey and Mandy, everything divorce related. We can put the S back in your ex appeal. Joey and Mandy, friends you didn't know you needed on My Ex Appeal, and everything divorce podcast.
Welcome back, everybody.
So, Mandy, we're still in our series of Unhinged,
Perfect. I love these.
where we talk about situations and we want to hear from our listeners what they would do in a situation. And so I am going to give you another situation and you tell me what you would do. This is not legal advice, of course. This
No.
is just this isn't about what you're entitled to or what the law says. This is just what you would want to do.
Or to make yourself in your own situation realize that number one, you're not alone. And number two, if you think your shit's crazy, there's some other crazy shit out there.
Exactly. So today's not that crazy, but and it has happened. But
Okay.
so let's just say, Mandy, that we're getting a divorce.
All right.
I make more money than you.
Of course. Just kidding.
I notice how I put me in the
I know. I'm like,
the affluent situation. So I make more money than you, and I essentially owe you alimony, right?
Okay.
Because you've stayed home forever and you don't have the means, and I do have the means. So I'm going to owe you alimony. And then you decide that you're going to just up and move to another country.
Okay.
Should I have to continue to pay you alimony?
Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
I think so. I think if kids aren't involved and it was a lifestyle that, if you're not lining me into counties which can happen when you have kids, like you're blocked into a certain amount of counties that you and your spouse can live in to bounce the kids back and forth or what have you. If that's not on the table and I want to get as far away from you as possible, meaning there needs to be a passport involved, we were still married. And if I'm allowed alimony without a territory to live in, well, then, yeah, I don't think that should go away. Now, am I going to pick somewhere where the dollar bill and the currency is a little, I'd be smart about it. I'd be like, we're going to get the most bang for my buck here. If I'm getting $5 in alimony, but I can move here and that $5 actually equals 100.
Right.
Well, then I'm going to go move to that country.
Yeah, I was going to say, because what if you're going to a country where everything's cheaper or that you're going to live, what if your family is there and you're going to live with family? And I'm thinking, what? I have to pay you and you're going to live in this mansion at your family's like estate in Italy?
Absolutely. She can't come visit. Sorry.
So you're like, no, alimony's alimony, too bad, so sad. You're not even gonna. So if you're in that situation, because alimony's
what do you do?
Well, alimony is very complicated, right? So obviously a judge is going to decide. There has to be a need by one party and the ability to pay by the other, right?
Okay.
So with that said, just coming from a personal perspective, I think it would probably burn my ass a little bit to know that you're living on the Amalfi Coast, in this beautiful house, living your life while I'm out working, because maybe the money that I make is triple what you make, but it's very I'm in a very difficult, maybe I'm a brain surgeon and it's a very stressful job.
Right. Or it's the fact that I'm continuing not to work because the laws in this country where I live don't state that I have to find work. So I'm living off of your alimony. I'm living as if I'm on your payroll and still your housewife, right? That I could see where that would burn the other side's backside for sure. For sure. But what's the cost of your freedom? Right? Like, I guess if the shoe was on the other foot and I was the affluent one, I'd be like, you want to move? bye.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bye. Bye. I don't want to see you in the neighborhood next to mine where I might run into you at the gas station just to receive alimony. Like that wouldn't be me. I have a feeling that I would just be like, I'm leaving. I'm going to start my Eat, Pray, Love. I'm out.
So
I'm going to go do all the things.
So even if you were the payor, you're saying, whatever, bye.
Yeah,
I'll give
whatever.
you your
Bye.
money
What's
out
my
of your
price
hair.
for peace?
Okay. Okay.
Because
All
it's going to
right.
cost me more in legal fees to fight that, because that other person can sit there. And again, this is not legal advice. This is just, the movie in my head that plays. Could sit there in court and lie and say, no, I'm going to live right here with all intentions to live right here. And then the intentions were not true.
Right. And I guess like at some point you do have to kind of let go when you go through a divorce anyway. Because say for instance, you're the payer for child support. There's no itemized sheet that says what you're paying with your child. You just receive child support. And then, I mean, which is obviously that bothers a lot of people who pay child support. Like, where's that money going exactly?
Right.
So the same thing with alimony. I mean, you could just take that alimony and do whatever. You could burn it in the yard.
You could burn
if you
it.
wanted.
You could have a Louis Vuitton collection. I mean, I've seen it where people do that. You hear the stories where people talk about, she blew money on this vacation, she blew money on that wardrobe, whatever. But there really are some moms out there who do take their child support seriously, who do want the best for their kids. And I think it's always that story of one bad apple, right? One bad apple that spends it incorrectly sends the whole paying child support people into a frenzy that your daughter has a manicure. Well, yeah, she's a teenage girl and your money helped provide that so that she feels like she fits in with her friends.
Right. And same thing, I'm sure, with alimony too. Some people use alimony because they need it because they stayed home for so long or whatever, and they need to go back out into the world and live for a while until they get on their feet. So there are there are just those bad apples, but I think in the long run, if a judge decides that you have to pay, then obviously you have to pay, and there's nothing you could do. Just from a feeling perspective, I would probably feel a little burned if you left the country for a different lifestyle. If you left the country because that's where your family was and that was the best for you, then that's like a completely different story. But I think if you're living this luxurious lifestyle, I would be so mad. But you know what? I got to let things go, Mandy. That's what I'm learning through this podcast is I got to let things go.
I can sing for you, but I can't get that high.
I'm a grudge. Go. Yeah, don't do it. I need to, I'll hold a grudge forever and always. Till the day.
Will you really?
Yes, Mandy. Till the day I will take it to the grave. That's my problem.
I'm a Capricorn. We just cut you off.
I can cut you off too, but I'll be mad.
I mean, I'm nice, and then I'm like, you don't exist anymore.
I can cut ties pretty easy, but but cut you off doesn't mean that when I see you out someplace, like, so if some people can cut somebody off and then let the feeling go. I'll cut you off and then I see you somewhere and I'm going to death stare you. Like I will.
Oh, I pretend you're dead.
Yeah, I know. I'll make sure I'm in the room.
Oh, see, that's so funny because that to me, we are totally on left field, but this is good because this could be your ex, right? No, I can definitely make it so uncomfortable. And I know that I do this, which is the problem, right? I'm conscious enough about it that I know the vibe that I'm giving off and I know the feeling that I want the person to feel. I'm thinking of a particular situation that happened with my kiddo and I can just pretend you're dead. And you could be wanting to talk to me and standing there and you just do not exist to me. You're not there.
So how is that different from what I'm doing then? So I'm pretending you're dead, but I'm like this.
Because I don't look at him.
I'm like in your face. I'm like, you're dead meat.
Again, the hoops and the ponytail go down. No, I don't know. Because I think to protect myself, I just don't look at him, but I make it super uncomfortable.
I see what you're saying. I think we're basically doing the same
We're
thing.
the same thing. Yeah.
But you're saying you're dead, and I'm saying you're dead meat. A little bit different.
Just slightly.
Because you're ignoring, and you can easily walk away, whereas I'm ignoring but not in a way, and I'm giving death looks and just waiting for that person to turn around and just say something. Go ahead, do it. Let's do it, and I will throw punch you. Is that bad? Oh, too much?
A little scary.
Too far? Oh, sorry. Too far?
I'm glad I haven't pissed you off. So I'm glad about.
I went too far.
And I think we are saying the same thing. But I think going back to your scenario, to avoid that, I would move countries.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
Yeah, just leave the country.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Well, you know what? Everyone's different. We want to hear from you too. Our listeners have to chime in on this. So
yes,
head over to our YouTube page and comment under this video and tell us what you would do. Or if you want to rename
it. You did this last time. Whoever comes up with the best rename.
Why can't I say remain? Why do I reverse it?
I don't know.
That's so annoying that I do that. Like my brain is backwards. So if you want to remain anonymous, but tell us what you would do or what you have done if you've been in this situation, then
or rename yourself.
Yeah, or rename it. Just DM us and we won't tell anybody you said it. Is what I'm trying to say. All right? Don't make me mad.
My gosh.
Okay,
we really do want to hear from y'all. We really do.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Well, let us know in the comments, and we want to know if you're as unhinged, obviously, as me. All right? Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks to our listeners, sponsors, and our lawyers on my ex appeal and everything divorce podcast.